Hey guys, welcome to another snazzy video, and today we're going to be talking about my 1 month update to my transition. So, for those of you who don't know, I am officially on hormones for the past month, and today we're going to be talking about the different things I felt and noticed while being on hormones. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start this. So, the first thing we'll be talking about is the mental aspect of this. How is this affecting my mental health? And given that I do suffer from gender dysphoria, a mental disorder, how is this done anything to alleviate that? And ironically, it's actually made my dysphoria a little bit more intense, which I'll go more into on the emotional part just a little bit. But I am genuinely happier, so I think that's counteracting the dysphoria a little bit, and I am pretty much functional, and it's become manageable. I'm not quite as happy as I want to be, and I'm hoping that that will come within time, but really isn't that much more of a change mentally here, so I guess we'll move on. So the next part is how's this affecting me emotionally? And hormones, at least these ones, are supposed to make a person want to cry at really stupid things, and it did make me want to cry at a few stupid things, but I didn't actually cry yet. I'm still expecting that to happen pretty much any day now, but one of the stupid moments I had regarding the dysphoria as well was that I wanted to cry at the sound of my own voice at one point, which was really stupid, and I ended up, like I said, not crying, but it was just a really stupid thing that happened, and when you're on hormones it makes you kind of stupid. So there really hasn't been that much of a change emotionally for me either. I'm expecting for the mental and the emotional parts that I will be feeling different changes a little bit more down the line, but it's only been a month, so I'm not really expecting changes here, but there have been a few physical changes, and let's go ahead and talk about that. The first one is my hair, and I haven't talked about this on the channel before, but my hair was kind of falling out before going on hormones, and I've noticed it's kind of grown a little bit longer since then, but also what I've noticed is that it hasn't been falling out quite as much. It is still falling out a little bit, and that's also to be expected a little bit, because there are some hairs that were basically dying before I even got on the hormones that hadn't fallen out yet, so those are going to be falling out still, but I'm hoping that throughout more time that I'm going to be noticing some regrowth, because there is supposed to be some for the hairs that aren't dead but they've still kind of fallen out. So I'm hoping there, fingers crossed, because my hair is kind of a friction point for my dysphoria. I mean, there's not really particularly a lot of bald women out there, at least not in my eyes, I guess, but I'm hoping that the hormones will help with that, and they're supposed to, so we'll see. So for these next 2 points, it's kind of interesting because I'm a potato and I don't do anything, but the first one was that I became really sore for a little while on these hormones, and I think that's the hormones kind of getting rid of my muscles. The hormones are supposed to cause muscle loss, and I think the soreness I felt was from that. It was just a really weird feeling though. I just randomly one day just feeling really sore, like I just worked out, even though I haven't been doing anything, because like I said, I'm a potato. So just a really weird thing that I wasn't fully expecting to feel. I was expecting to have muscle loss, just not feel it the way I did. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that one, but let's go ahead and move on to the next point. So like I said, with the last thing was I am a potato and I don't do very much, and what's interesting about that is I actually lost 10 pounds. I'm not really sure if the hormones had anything to do with that particularly, but it is something I noticed throughout this past month, and it's getting me a little bit closer to that 130 goal I do have. Suffice to say, I still have a little ways to go, but yeah, there was weight loss, despite the fact that hormones are supposed to make me gain weight a little bit, or rather that makes it harder to lose weight, and I seemingly lost 10 pounds for doing absolutely nothing. Something I wasn't really prepared for, and I hadn't actually known about prior to being on hormones and experiencing it, was I need to pee more. I used to be able to hold my pee for like hours, but now I have to pee more. It's just it's really interesting. It really came in handy being able to hold my pee for hours on end in the Marines. Wasn't able to all the time, which I'm actually going to talk about that in my discussion about my experiences in the Marine Corps in a later video. But yeah, if I have to pee now, I pretty much have to go. I can't really hold it like I used to. So it's really something I wasn't really expecting, and yeah, it just kind of surprised me. So that was the thing. Another thing I wasn't really expecting, a lot of this was a lot of the physical changes I wasn't really expecting to happen for some reason, even though I am quite read up on all this, was I became really, really tired. Like, I needed to nap in the middle of the day, otherwise that day is just not happening. Tired. um, so pretty much my day would consist of taking my testosterone blocker, which is the thing that made me tired, my estrogen, and then falling asleep, and then waking up, taking my testosterone blocker, and then falling asleep. That was my entire day, because they just made me so damn tired I just had to pass out right after. Alcohol also did make them a little worse, which might have been the reason why I was so damn tired. I'm not an alcoholic, I'm an alcohol enthusiast. Now I'm a little bit better. I don't have to nap so much anymore. I don't have to, but you know, who doesn't like a nap? But you might have noticed the lack of energy in my last video, and that was because I was just really, really tired. So it is affecting me a little bit, but I am starting to, I guess, normalize with this, and I'm starting to not have to be as tired, I guess, anymore. So yeah, I'm a little bit more tired, and now I'm a little bit better with it, but I'm still pretty tired. I'm probably gonna fall asleep after this video. And the last major thing I noticed was my chest was tingly a little bit. I know it's supposed to eventually hurt, at least that's what I've heard a lot and I've read up on, but for me it was really just tingly. I don't really know how else to describe the feeling. It was just, there was a tingle in my chest. I don't really notice any growth though, which is a little unfortunate. I'm not really expecting any growth for a couple months. If I could get to about a B or a C, ideally, I would be happy, but it's sounding more like I can expect an A or B, unfortunately. And yeah, it was it's an interesting feeling that I also was not expecting, because I wasn't expecting any of this apparently. But yeah, that was the major physical changes that I noticed throughout the past month. Another thing that isn't hormone related but is transition related is my laser hair removal process. And I did start that before I was on hormones, and I do believe I'm about 3 to 4 sessions away from finishing, which is really nice because it hurts. But I'm almost done with my face, which is really nice because there are still areas of my face I do have to shave, which are a little annoying and I don't like doing. But it's almost gone, which is nice. But that's all the changes I really noticed this past month. I know there wasn't really a lot, and I am hoping that there will be a lot more in the past or next couple of months for my next videos. I am expecting a little bit more than this one at least. And yeah, if you have any comments about the video or my channel, or even just this process in general, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will get back to you on those. Also, I am actually going to be starting a live show here pretty soon with a friend of mine. You might have seen him on a Worski podcast. His name is Michael. And we're possibly going to be having Casar Rivera on our show for our first guest. So I'll also be leaving the description or the link to that channel down below. And if you want to watch that, then feel free to subscribe and watch our first episode. Hopefully, it will be tomorrow or Saturday. And those will be weekly updates or uploads. Live shows rather. And yeah, they should be a fun time, and look forward to seeing some of you guys there hopefully. But that really is it for everything for today. I'm going to be doing a new video next week on transgender people in the military, given my perspective on the matter. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.